Alright, so today guys we're going to be rebuilding this whole door. Um, for this job you will for sure will need to remove the fender. Mine is already off, so that's going to speed things up a little bit. And also we are going to be redoing the pins and bushings, the weather strip as well. These mirrors and door strikers, these are some of the parts that you're gonna need. So this is the part number for the door striker, and these are the door striker bolts. They have this little crown washer. There's the part number for that. The hinge pins, it's 2 per side, but we already did the other door, so we only have 2 left. And the bushings, part number for that, and the C-clips for the pins. These ones you can just reuse, but they were so cheap I just got a set of them. And also the door check pin. That's the little latch on the inside of the door that stops the door from opening too wide. And then also the weather strip. This is the one that basically goes around the side mirror, and it goes all the way around the door, and it comes right back up here. And this little interior trim, and then also the mirrors that we're gonna be using. These were a gift from a very good friend of mine, so gotta pay him homage and throw those on. And to mount those, the kit didn't come with any screws, but you will need something like this, like a self-tapper, not too long. Okay, so first things first, we are going to start off by removing the door card. Just rip it off for now, and then we'll grab some pliers and take the clips out later. And to take off the weather strip, there's these little clips that are pretty much almost impossible to take out by hand. So just use a small little needle nose plier like this. It's pretty much like the smallest size they have at Harbor Freight. And it makes removing that weather strip way easier. So you can see right here all the little holes where the weather strip would be. And I'm gonna get all this cleaned up right here, and we'll start taking off the door pins. That way I can start on the bushings, and this thing won't make so much noise when I'm closing it. The door does sag ever so slightly. Just put a flat head screwdriver in there and try to reverse the little clip out. Pretty much just take a screwdriver and hammer, and you can kind of tap it from the bottom, and it'll start to slide up. For these style doors, you just tap it from the bottom. And then we have new ones of these, so we won't be reusing them. But pretty much that does it for the bottom one. And for the top one, it's going to be way easier because you just smack it from the top. I did jack up the car slightly just so I can get some leverage on my screwdriver. But so let's go ahead and finish the top. Okay. That actually came out really easily. Pretty sure I could just slide it down by hand. Came right out. And now we can actually open up the door and separate it from the body. That way we can take a screwdriver and start changing the bushings. They're pretty much capped in there like that, and you kind of just have to use a screwdriver and a hammer and try to pound them out. Next, throw your door on a jack and open the door carefully. Try not to, because it's already sliding off the hinges right here and here. And the only thing holding this door in right now is this harness, which should be shouldn't prevent us from doing what we have to do. The second thing is this. I don't know if you can see it from here. See a little pin right there. Tap it from the bottom up. You can just get like a small extension and hit it from the bottom. I'm just gonna grab some pliers and finish pulling it out. Okay, managed to pull that out from the top. So as you guys can see, the door is completely detached. These are the old bushings, and I'm just using basically like an extension like this, and using this side to kind of like center punch it, and that's been working for me. Hinge bushings installed on the top and on the bottom. Next, we are going to be reattaching the door. You will need, if you're doing both sides, you'll need 4 of these. So let me go ahead and line up the hinges together, and I'll go ahead and just pound these back in. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's easier if you have a friend to kind of help you out with this, because I will say doing this one-person job, it is really frustrating with this little harness right here that I don't want to completely detach, and just pounding the stuff out and making sure that I don't dent the quarter panel or the rocker panels or anything like that. But yeah, let me go ahead and reattach the door, and should be smooth sailing from there. So what I found to be easier is to pound in the one on the bottom first, and then basically go in here and do that one in the middle. And then once you're able to close the door all the way, you'll be able to fit the pin a little bit easier from the bottom, and you can just hammer it back up. So let me go ahead and install the one here in the door check. Hammer it from the top down like this. The hinge is lined up all the way. Okay, and now that the pins are back in, the last thing to do is put the C-clip on the tip of the pin. Definitely don't want to take any chances and risk stripping these, because then you'll have a different problem. We're gonna be putting that on in just a second. I'm just making sure, you know, everything closes as it should. Body line matches up. I don't think it's ever been this straight, to be honest. And the C-clips with the pins and bushings on both the door hinges, top and bottom. So now this thing is shutting like brand new, basically. So just some tools over here rattling, but yeah, let's go ahead and install the weather strip, gasket, whatever you want to call it, around the door. And gave it a quick vacuum inside the door. Can't really see, but there was like a ton of dust in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back. To install the weather strip correctly, you want to feed it behind the door check first. Start clipping it in from top to bottom. It runs underneath your door, comes all the way back up and clips in at the top. And I do need a new door card. It looks like someone kind of slashed this with a razor. It's not in the best condition, but it is complete. And with the mirrors, we paired them up with an interior trim panel from an S13 that has power mirrors. So this trim piece is completely flat compared to the manual mirrors. They have that adjustment that goes through this rubber grommet. And I wasn't a big fan of these mirrors at first. They are the GK Tech GT style mirror. They were a gift from my wife and friend. Like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of these up front, but they are starting to grow on me, and it cleans things up a lot. And let's go ahead and push the car out to the end of the driveway. I did the driver's side first before I started filming this video, and it feels way better. That's actually very satisfying. And so to wrap things up and to recap, we're gonna go over everything that we did. So we did the pins and bushings on the hinges, the C-clips. We did the door check pin, the weather strip, of course. That was just kind of extra. You don't really need that for it to open and close smoothly. But we did do the door striker as well. The only thing we didn't do is this rubber grommet that goes around the door jamb switch. Kind of forgot about those. I am gonna basically order a pair and just go ahead and replace those. It's pretty much just one Phillips screw. And like I said, that's very satisfying. Oh my god. Yeah, feels really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. The 8.6 looking cute. But yeah, guys, I really enjoyed making this video. It's very, very tedious, like I said, if you don't have that second person. But for the most part, it's totally worth it. The parts are very inexpensive. You'll probably spend less than, without the weather strip, for sure, like less than 80 bucks for just the pins, the bushings, the door check pin, and the door strikers. Oh, I'm sorry. You'll probably spend like a good 160. Plus the door strikers are like 40 bucks a piece. But other than that, guys, hopefully this video is helpful. And if you found it helpful, please just leave a thumbs up. And if you want to, subscribe too. I'm very new to this. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos, and hopefully I can start posting a bit more. But for now, that's it. Thank you guys. Peace.